This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Last week, the chairman of Foxconn said it could sign deals with 2 Japanese automakers within the next 2 months to design and build electric vehicles. Well, according to reports out of Japan, one of those automakers is going to be Mitsubishi. It says Mitsubishi is going to outsource production of electric vehicles to Foxconn in an effort to cut manufacturing costs and speed up development of new models. It's possible the vehicles could be based on Foxconn's EV platform, which it hopes to start producing models on before the end of the year. But we don't know that for sure yet, or where the EVs will be built. However, Foxconn does have a large manufacturing plant in the U.S. where the all-electric Lordstown Endurance pickup was made. While getting a contract to build EVs for Mitsubishi will be nice, its overall volume is not that large. But the Kyoto News also reports that Foxconn is essentially using Mitsubishi as bait to catch some bigger fish. It hopes the Mitsu deal leads to EV partnerships with Honda and Nissan as well. Mitsubishi and Nissan are partners already, and the report also says that Mitsubishi will soon announce a collaboration to develop EV software with Nissan and Honda. So that could help Foxconn secure bigger deals that it really wants. And in related news, it looks like Magna is getting a couple of Chinese automakers to help make up for all the production that it's lost at its plant in Austria. According to a report, Zhepeng and GAC will start importing semi-knockdown kits to be assembled at the site as soon as June as a way to help the automakers avoid European fines on EVs made in China. However, volume will be low at first as the automakers want to see how European customers respond to their models. But Magna's got to be hoping that goes well because that plan is going to start costing it a lot of profit without more models running down the line. While it has the capacity to build 150,000 vehicles a year, in 2023, the most recent data that we have, Magna made just under 72,000 units. And we bet that last year was even worse. Fisker went bankrupt, so it lost Ocean production. Then BMW stopped making the 5 Series there, and the Jaguar E-Pace and I-Pace are no longer being built. On top of that, Magna is also losing production of the BMW Z4 and Toyota Supra in 2026. That just leaves the ICE versions of the Mercedes G-Class, which will soon be joined by its EV variant. So, these Chinese vehicles must be a real lifeline for Magna right now. Are you ready to buy your next used car on Amazon? The director of Amazon Autos told Automotive News that's the online retailer's next big move, which should be coming to its online shopping platform soon. Those will initially be Hyundai vehicles, Amazon's launch partner. But Amazon is also trying to sign up other brands. Its next move beyond used vehicles is looking into selling add-ons like extended warranties and maintenance packages. Hino Motors, Toyota's commercial truck subsidiary, just got hammered by the U.S. Department of Justice. It fined the truck maker $1.6 billion for exceeding emissions in 105,000 vehicles from 2010 to 2022. Hino admitted that it falsified emission data and conducted the tests improperly. The company is also prohibited from importing diesel engines into the U.S. for the next 5 years, and part of that $1.6 billion penalty will go towards improving some of those old polluting engines. But Hino isn't the only automaker in trouble with authorities. The European Union is investigating whether BYD's plant in Hungary received unfair subsidies from China. The probe is in the beginning stages, but if the EU determines that China did provide BYD with unfair aid, then it could force the automaker to sell some assets, cut production, repay the subsidy, and pay a fine.
Developing today's vehicles, issues can happen in an instant. What good is knowing your problems without the data to solve them? Meet Wireless Neovi Cloud, your secure off-the-shelf solution, empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless Nearby Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless Nearby Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
The clock is ticking for the UAW to secure a labor contract with Volkswagen. The union has been negotiating with the automaker for the past 6 months to get a deal done for workers at VW's plant in Tennessee, which voted to unionize nearly a year ago. But if a deal isn't reached by April 30th, workers can vote to decertify the union. VW's latest offer includes a 20% pay raise over 4 years, which would bring wages close to the $42 an hour that the Detroit 3 UAW members will earn in 2028. VW is also offering cost of living adjustments, annual profit sharing, and improved health care benefits. But the two sides are still clashing over retirement bonuses, shift premiums, and increased paid time off, which VW objects to. Adding to the tension, the UAW filed unfair labor practice charges against VW with the NLRB earlier this month, accusing the automaker of trying to cut jobs. While the labor experts say it's unlikely that workers will vote for decertification, the deadline does put pressure on the UAW to get the deal done. Tesla's sales continue to slide in Europe. According to market researcher Dataforce, the automaker's registrations plunged 44% in February to 15,255 units. Sales were down in most major markets except for the UK, where it posted a 20% increase. The Volkswagen brand outsold Tesla with more than 19,500 registrations, up a whopping 182% from a year ago. VW had 3 of the 5 top-selling EV models in February, the ID4, ID7, and ID3 respectively. Meanwhile, the BEV market in Europe was up 26% in February to nearly 161,000 units. But overall sales were down 3% to about 950,000 vehicles. Hyundai hopes to replace existing security systems that you might see at office buildings or hotels with robots. It signed a memorandum of understanding with Suprema, a supplier of biometric access control systems, to develop a total security solution based around robotics and AI. They plan to integrate Suprema's facial recognition tech into both robots and access systems. While the first thing that popped into my head was robot security guards trained to take out any criminal, and when you see the capabilities of the humanoid robot from Boston Dynamics, which is owned by the Hyundai Group, you might think that's possible. But these will initially be more like pods that will deliver food in packages. Vehicle thefts in the U.S. declined significantly last year. According to data from the National Insurance Crime Bureau, thefts fell 16% to about 851,000 vehicles. That's down from a record high of 1.02 million in 2023. The main reason for the drop was Hyundai and Kia fixing the vehicles that it didn't equip with engine immobilizers, which made them easy targets after videos on social media showed how to steal the vehicles. But despite the measures they implemented, Hyundai and Kia vehicles were still among the top 5 stolen models last year. Car thefts also declined last year thanks to improving supplies of car parts, which means you couldn't make as much stealing a car and parting it out. And if you want to know how car sales are going to be impacted by uncertainty in the market and tariffs, as well as how automakers and suppliers will react if they go down, you won't want to miss today's Autoline After Hours, which goes live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll also dive into that GM and NVIDIA deal, Tesla crashing through a fake wall, and seeing if the U.S. can compete like China. But that brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for tuning in.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by intrepid control systems, over-the-air engineering boost your game. And by Teijin Automotive Technologies, the formula for better mobility.
There's nothing wrong with heavy metal.
Hey, lighten up.
But with world-class composite material, Teijin Automotive Technologies makes vehicles lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly.